Welcome back users. In the last video we had installed the XFCE desktop in OpenSuse 15.4. In this video we will uninstall the Cinnamon desktop as well as the traces of GNOME session. So when you open the session manager, you can see here the Cinnamon sessions, the Cinnamon software rendering, GNOME and GNOME classic sessions are there. So when we will uninstall the Cinnamon desktop in this video, the GNOME sessions will also be removed, and so we will be left only with the ICE Windows Manager, SLE Classic and the XFCE session. So let us start. Open the Yast Software Manager. Okay, so package kit is running. So what I will do is I will first search for the packet updater. Okay, so it is doing some update in the background. We'll have to wait, I think 1 minute or so for the package updater to complete its work. It automatically runs every time you will start the system. It will check the updates. So let us finish its work and then we will go ahead with the uninstallation of the desktop. It is always advisable to update your system before you install or uninstall any desktop. Okay, so now we can safely close it. What we can do is we open the system monitor. Okay, it is not available. I think it has now stopped working. Okay, so that is why it has disappeared from the system monitor. It has stopped working. Now the Yast Software Manager will open up. Now go to patterns and find out where the Cinnamon desktop is there. Okay. Here the Cinnamon desktop is there. So what you will do is you will just select the delete button. And you can check the GNOME desktop environment also. You can see some of the applications are still selected. It is still there because the applications and the technology is common across the Cinnamon desktop and the GNOME desktop. You can see here also you can see it. So the GNOME patterns are still there. So we will now accept it and hit the continue button. I think some of the residual packages will be pending after we uninstall the patterns. So you see only the pattern cinnamon has been uninstalled. The rest of the packages will be still there. So for this you will have to uninstall it manually. So how to go about it? So you select the GNOME packages. You can uninstall the GNOME keyring also. uninstall the GNOME online accounts, GNOME screenshot, GNOME system monitor, GNOME terminal, Gnote, Hexchat we can keep because Hexchat can work in XFCE also, and the light DM is the display manager for XFCE, so don't touch it. You can uninstall the main text icon thing, but you can use the main text icon thing in XFCE also, I think. So you leave it there, leave those icon things there as it is. You can uninstall Nemo. Nemo is the file manager for Cinnamon desktop. Don't touch the patterns base system, that is the OpenSuse based system, so don't touch it. Patterns office also don't touch it because it is the patterns for the LibreOffice. Don't touch the Yast X11 patterns. You can uninstall, you can keep it. I will keep it. Seahorse, yes, definitely will uninstall this. This is a GNOME application. Simple Scan, keep it there. It is a scan utility for your printers. Yast Control Center Qt, it will be useful in the XFCE desktop. Don't touch it. Now you can go over to the GNOME desktop environment. You can uninstall the file roller, that is a GNOME application. AYC is also GNOME application, uninstall it. Gedit is also GNOME, you can uninstall. GNOME package kit, you uninstall. Yast software you can uninstall. You can keep also, you can use that in XFCE also, but we will remove it. Yast tricks, of course, no need of that. G settings, so it is for the catfish search, so we will uninstall this. Nautilus, it is the file manager for GNOME, we will uninstall. Don't touch the patterns base system, the base X11 patterns. The patterns GNOME basis you can uninstall, that is the base system for the GNOME desktop. So that will clean uninstall the GNOME desktop. Now go over to the I think this is the Wayland. Let me check. Yes, it is the Wayland session. So here you can uninstall the network manager for the OpenConnect GNOME, OpenVPN GNOME, PPTP GNOME. So this is not required. The disk usage analyzer, the node editor for GNOME, you can uninstall. So to use this Synaptic Package Manager or the Yast Software Manager, you have to be very much conversant with the different packages, the different applications that are used in different desktops. If you don't have that knowledge, you will mess it up. So you can use this installation method once you have got at least intermediate knowledge of the in Linux. Otherwise, don't use this method. You stick only with the one desktop and you install the desktop using the ISO installer only. So if you want to try out another desktop, you do a complete reinstall of the system separately using the ISO for installation of the different desktop. So there some Linux distros have specific ISOs for installing specific desktop. In OpenSuse, you can select any of the major desktops using the installer on itself. So there is one installer installing major desktop, so you can choose the desktop while the installation is going on. Evolution, we will keep it, or we can uninstall that also. Let us uninstall. So this is the GTK app, GDK pixbuff. So this is the pixel buffer. GNOME characters we will remove. GNOME dictionary, yes, no need of that. GNOME weather, is the GSF office thumbnail. So that is not required. Nautilus send to not required. Patterns gnome internet, we can remove this pattern. Pitgin we can keep it and use in except C desktop. Polari we can remove, it is IRC client for gnome, so we will remove this. RSVG, this is the SVG picture format thumbnailer, so we will remove this, or we can keep it if we want. It will work in XFC also, but we will remove this. Transmission GTK is the torrent downloader for gnome, so we can remove this, we can keep this. I will remove this. It will work in XFC desktop also if you keep it. So that's it. Now let us go over to the gnome desktop X11. So here most of the applications are removed, but there are still some. This crypto file viewer, we will remove this. Gnome Bluetooth not required. Gnome clocks, color manager, the programmatic library file interface to GNU PG. So we will keep this. Let us not touch this. And maybe we can even keep the viewer for the crypto files. Let us keep it. Mouse tweaks, yes, it is the mouse tweaks for the gnome desktop, so we can remove it safely. Gnome desktop 3.19 library, we will remove this. So it will remove the 28 dependencies, and I think whole gnome desktop will be cleanly unremoved. Okay. So I think I will now, let me keep it first. No, there is some issue. So what you do is you will delete it again. So install requires this. Okay, so there is some, so we will deinstall the gnome extensions. Okay, so now we have overcome the conflict of packages. Orca, that is the screen reader for gnome, we will uninstall it. Patterns based documentation, don't touch it. Pattern desktop imaging, that is also the OpenSuse patterns. So these are all OpenSuse patterns, don't touch it. Only you remove the gnome games pattern. Office pattern, don't remove, it is for the LibreOffice. Same for the Yast X11 pattern. So this is the Yast user interfaces, they are common for all the desktops, so don't use it. Don't uninstall them. Python 3 speech analysis, speech synthesis, so don't uninstall it, it is common. Same for the speech dispenser. Sushi is the quick previewer for Nautilus, you can uninstall it. System config printer is a printer related administration tool, so you can keep it. Totem is the music player for gnome desktop, you can uninstall it. Tracker, it is I think also common file, so you can keep this. Tracker minor files, tracker minor to index files and applications, so you keep this. XDG user directory GTK, so you can uninstall this. This is a GTK based application, so it will be only used in gnome, so you can remove this. Zenit is the gnome command line dialog utility, so you can remove this. Okay, so this will cause the deinstallation of XFC panel restore default, so we will not remove this, we will keep the Zenity as it is. So you go till the bottom, everything is okay. You go, you have to check it once or twice, otherwise there is some mistake, your desktop will become unusable. Just check it once, twice. I think we have done everything correctly. Just go through it twice or thrice. Okay, so now you will check again the XFCE desktop. Okay. Yes, there is one package that is not installed, that is the XFCE for screensaver. You can install it. Okay, so I think the newer version is there, so we will not do the installation of the older version. Cancel it. Do not install, because you see there is some screensaver will be there here. Okay, so now I think you have done everything correctly. You have to now accept the changes to the desktops. Those changes will be automatically applied once you hit on this continue button. So there you are. It is downloading the one package that we had selected earlier for installation. Rest all other packages are going to be removed. They are already installed and they are part of the GNOME desktop. So those will be removed and one package will be installed. Along with the Cinnamon desktop. So both Cinnamon desktop and the residue of the GNOME desktop, it is going to get uninstalled. So total installed packages, it is showing 36. So I think it has installed the some Plasma, that is the KD packages also. So we'll have to check why it is installing the Plasma also, and it has removed 154 packages. So you can see here it has uninstalled all the GNOME and the Cinnamon desktop packages. So let us check out which KD desktop. Okay, some Plasma packages have been installed. So they are from the KD desktop. Yes, I think because the Qt transmission Qt has pulled them. You can see here the transmission, that is the BitTorrent downloader. It has pulled these packages because the XFC transmission application is based on Qt, so it has pulled these packages, I think. Okay, anyway, so the elapsed time to do all the activity uninstall and install is 2.34 minutes. Total install size was 29.42 MB. The total download size was 9.25 MB. So now we can continue and let us check out what happened to the different packages. So here you can see all the packages have been uninstalled. Only the patterns for the base system and the patterns for the X11 base have been there. They are not been removed, and only the Pidgin is there. So rest all the applications of the GNOME desktop have been removed. Same way for the GNOME desktop Xorg session. You can see here only the common patterns are there. Those are pending. So you can see here some of the Plasma packages have been installed right now. Some are common. So this Pulse Audio is common for all the desktops. Same for the patterns based X11 and the desktop data OpenSuse. So this is the OpenSuse package common for all the desktops. So it is there. And here in the KD applications and Plasma, so the Mozilla Firefox is there, Avahi, Gutenprint, this pattern desktop multimedia. So these are all the common application packages. And the Yast Control Center Qt, we have not uninstalled it. So it has Qt technology is common for the XFCE and the KDE desktop. So it has pulled some of the KDE Plasma applications. And finally, if we check the Cinnamon desktop, you can see here some of the applications of the Cinnamon desktops are still pending. You can see here the color D is there. Yes, not color D, but you can see the Cinnamon screensaver is still there. So we will have to delete this. So whenever you do the uninstallation or installation of any desktop, you have to go back and check again. So you will find some residual files that are still pending to be uninstalled. CJS is the Java script module used by Cinnamon, so you can uninstall this. You can keep the color D because it is the system daemon for the managing color desktop and the GIO branding OpenSuse. So this is the GTK branding, so you can uninstall this. GU character map. So this is also GNOME application, you can remove this. Then this Mint X icon theme and the Mint Y icon theme also you can remove it. Rhythm Box is the GNOME music management application, so you can remove this. Yelp is the help browser for GNOME desktop, you can uninstall this. So rest files are all common files, you can keep those. Cellular also you can remove if you want. It is a GTK based application, so it is for the GNOME, so you can remove this. You can keep the Avahi one. It is the DNS service discovery and multicast DNS specification for zero configuration computing. Okay, so now I think we are done with. Now you have to accept the changes. Okay, so there was one package that was installed, that is Geo branding upstream, and removed packages. These are all Cinnamon and GNOME packages that were removed. So total 18 packages of the GNOME and Cinnamon desktop were removed. In the elapsed time was 21 seconds for doing the installation and uninstallation of packages selected. Total install size was 28.3 KB and total download size was 105 KB. So this is it, 28.3 KB in size, which was installed. Now you have to hit the finish button. We are confident and we have done our work fantastic, perfect. So we can finish, and I will stop the video here. In the next video, we will do the detailed review of the XFCE desktop. See you in the next video. Bye.